Hi, this is Clever Sausage, and yeah, I've got a doozy for you. Okay, work this one out. Atheists are going to love this one. It shows what a lot of these Christian movements are like, right? These cults, these organised religions, be they Christian, Hebrew, Israelite, whatever, right? On YouTube. Okay? I put up this video. Jesus wasn't white or black. Okay? According to this, I guess he's a Catholic priest, detailing the facts. And he shows the common picture of Jesus, white man, blue eyes and beard, ginger hair, whatever, blonde hair, whatever, right? Versus the Time Life magazine or picture that where they did their 3D model according to the area where he was supposedly born, he came from, right? And came up this Neanderthal looking man, and he sees something like, imagine being on a plane, Americans or whatever, being on a plane with that guy, right, looking like an Arab, because his features were very Arabic, very or Middle Eastern, very Neanderthal man looking, right? And he says, that's the kind of people they wouldn't allow to go into their country, right? Because they look too much like a Muslim or something like that. Okay, so as I was saying in another video, just had a normal, everyday conversation over the video and whatever he believed and whatever I have come to realise, is the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and decide to follow that, right? We all have it. All it is we have our perspectives, our views and our opinions, right? And we get a lot of information from somewhere, and we just basically formulate an idea, or our perceptions, our views, our opinions on it, right? And then go and parrot it, okay? Something like that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so usual getting on well, right? I can't show you the comments here, right? Because I've blocked him. Okay, I blocked him. I blocked him, neutered him from YouTube, right? Okay, because this is what happened. Basically, he's hitting me with scriptures and going on about, obviously he's a Hebrew. I worked out. It's so easy to work out when someone's a US Negro and they're going on about something that they're a Hebrew Israelite, right? So he's hitting me with all these verses saying, okay, we can go find one here. See where he first came from. Okay, somewhere around here he came on, right? He tells me from Revelations 1, Revelations 1:14. He tries to convince me, right, that the KJV, King James Version, says Jesus' skin was brown to black and hair like wool. Amos 9 verse 7 KJV says that Ethiopians are God's chosen Israelites. Even Moses married one, right? So I show him, I copy and paste something with the link to the sources from online, right? That state that Revelations 1:14-15 KJV, that version says Jesus, I have to read it. I can't remember it now. Okay. I'll read it exactly. Revelations 1:14 from the NIV. Okay, the KJV is a real huge one I got here. It's really, really big, and it's in Shakespearean, right? So I don't want to go there because it's like thee, thou, thou. That is. I'd rather speak normal English. Okay, so 1:14 right to 15. Okay, so I'm going to use the NIV, right? New International Version. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what it says. Revelations 1:14-15. Okay, these damn things I can't see, such a small print, right? Okay, this is referring to Jesus. This is John's vision. This is what he saw, right? His head and hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. Okay. In his right hand he held 7 stars, and out of his mouth came a sharp double-edged sword. His face was like the sun shining in all its brilliance. When I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, "Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and behold, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys of death and Hades." Okay. He's saying he's the Alpha and the Omega, or in the ancient Aramaic, Galilean Aramaic, he's saying I am the Aleph, or the Hebrew, I am the Aleph and the Tau, T-A-U, right? Okay, so explaining that verse there, interpreting that verse there, right? Translating it, whatever. Oh, yeah, defining it, sorry. Okay, what it's saying there, John's saying there is, he looked, right, and he saw this Son of Man, okay, and footnotes, he's like, this is referring here to Daniel 7:13, right? Compare it to that, whatever. Okay, his head and hair were white like wool. Okay, and among the lampstands was someone like a son of man, dressed in a robe reaching down to his feet, and with a golden sash around his chest. It's describing Christ, right? In heaven, right? Up in the kingdom. His head and hair were white like wool. Okay, so I suggested to him, go and define the word so you don't have misunderstood of that word, right? Because you obviously have. Okay, get it defined, because what it means is similar, equal to, or similar, yeah, same, similar, in relation to wool. Okay, his hair was like wool, as white as snow. Snow is white, right? And his eyes were like blazing fire. Okay, that's symbolic, isn't it? I mean, like, if you had seen him in real life or whatever, it would have, if fire came out of his eyes, then fire came out of the bottom of what's his name? William Wallace, like you said, when he's on the battlefield. Yeah. Fire comes out of my eyes and flames out of his butt or something, and it consumes all the Englishmen. Okay, right? It's symbolic. It's not literal, right? Okay, it's symbolic. And it says, his feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace. I'll give you the ancient Aramaic original language version, translated into English. Okay, in a minute. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. Okay. So there again, it's got like. So it's like similar to, equal to, resembled. Understand? And then out of his mouth came a sharp double-edged sword. So did he have a sword coming out of his mouth? Like, is he a sword swallower? No. It's symbolic for the truth. Okay. What he says is like the truth, and it cuts you to the bone, right down to the marrow. Okay. And then because he's so like the sun shining in all its brilliance, poor old John fell down. Okay, as if he was dead. Right. Okay. So he was telling me that his skin was brown and his hair is black, right, like wool. Okay, black hair and like wool. Okay, I could understand that if he was alive, and that Neanderthal picture, you can see here. These little pictures, see if you can really see them. Well, actually, we might go and have a look at this. Show you this picture, right? Here's the common everyday picture, Roman Catholic, right, of what Christ looks like. Got gingery hair, long hair, a pretty beard, blue eyes probably, right, and he's white. Okay, this guy will tell you that's fake. Okay, most of you out there will know that that's fake. That's a Renaissance painting, Roman Catholic, right? Okay, they use that, orientated, right? Okay, So you go a bit further here, and he shows you what he actually looks like according to some model makeup, according to what they actually look like in the area that he was born.
Using it.
You're gonna shut up. You're gonna go there.
You know.
And that's what he looked like, supposedly, according to this model making thing, right? In Time Life magazine, right? Or that Christian magazine, or whatever it was, or archaeology, Bible archaeology magazine. That's what he looked like, right? So supposedly, right? He sort of looks like a Neanderthal man, more Neanderthal man than Jewish, right? But that's what they look like according to, according to that area where he was supposedly came from. That's what he looked like, not this white man picture, right? This pretty boy picture over here, right? Okay. There are others who have claimed that they've had visions or NDE or whatever, and he looks like Barry Manilow or somebody else, yeah. And then they get crap for it because they've done two pictures, two different looking guys. Okay, so I can understand if you're in a hot desert region all day for all of your life, right? You're going to get brown. Okay, not necessarily black like a Somalian or Tanzanian or whatever, right? African, right? You're just going to get really heavily tanned or brown. Okay. Because supposedly white people don't have, they lack the melanin or the carbon to be black. This is what people like Dr. Sabi and whoever, maybe some geneticists will say that, or, that's fact, whatever, right? That only the black man has melanin and charcoal. The white man doesn't have it. That's why when you hear the song by America, Horse with No Name, I spent 3 days in the desert sun and my skin began to turn red. He was burning, right? Because he didn't have melanin or the charcoal, right? In his DNA, whatever, right? In his system. Okay? So I'm trying to explain to him that, just because you've got brown feet exposed to the sun all day or hands or whatever, it doesn't make you completely black. Oh, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Hello? Especially if you're covered up. Those are exposed to the sun, right? But the rest of it will be covered up all day, most of your life. This goes white. It doesn't see the light of day. It doesn't get the sun, whatever, right? Unless you go nude, bathe nude in the sun, you might get a tan all over, right? That's why white women go and do that. Get that brown tan, right? Because, I don't know, they feel that looks better, whatever. Some people say, oh, they're trying to be brown or black or whatever. It's a perspective, that's your view, that's your opinion, that's the way you see it, right? Not necessarily true. Okay? So, because here's an example. World War II, you had, I can't remember what they're actually called, but in Tobruk, in the desert regions, you had these white British SAS, right? Their job, their mission was to drive their jeeps and trucks all over the place and blow up German supply depots or ammo dumps, right? So they'll be out there for anything from 6 months to a couple of years, and they slowly went brown. Okay, they had beards and long beards like this, even longer, and then sort of probably look like Arabs, right? But that's what they were doing, blowing up the supply, the ammo dumps, causing the Germans some grief. Okay, so they were out there in the hot sun all day, for ages, and that's what happened. They turned brown. They slowly turned brown. Okay. Yeah, so this guy is trying to hit me with these other verses about Amos 9:7 and here's these other ones, trying to say, trying to back up that Jesus was black, he had woolly, nappy hair and all this. What they've done, probably what the cause of this is, like the Malcolm X movie, right? Denzel Washington played that part, right? And he was in a room or something, and he come up against a Roman Catholic priest, the guy off the van, when he did a hamburger and he had a nappy in it, that one, right, that Irish guy, right, he was the priest, and he stood up and he says, no, that's wrong, blah blah blah, Revelations 1:14-15, right, because he had nappy hair, curly ass hair, like a Negro, right, so they've passed it on somehow, and they all think that he's black, right, there's an African, and all this sort of stuff. When it all started in the Middle East, like, if you look at if you read the Bible, Ezra in that, right? Okay, first Jeremiah and all that as well. There was a king called Cyrus who was anointed by God, right? So they considered him a Messiah in that sense, not the Messiah, but a Messiah, because what happened was there was a tribes. I'm not too sure if it's a Black Sea or whatever like that. Yeah, in the east there, and then they split into two. 10 eventually became the 10 lost tribes, where the other two were Benjamin and Judah, right? That are now occupying the state of Israel. Apparently, I think it's the Assyrians came down, captured them, right? Took them as slaves, put them on ships, and unsold them as slaves and all that sort of stuff. Sold them into slavery, right? Took them to Babylon and just gave them a hard time. Right? They had no rights. They had nothing. Okay? So maybe those Jews, those original Jews, right? Those lost tribes, went there and they adopted and adapted many of the Babylonian customs, right? Yeah. They went to Babylonia, Mesopotamia, right? And they were there. Okay, until, well, I thought the Assyrians attacked Babylon, right? They may have attacked it. Have a look at do your own research. Have a look at the history of that. I'm pretty sure they did. Then they went down further and attacked these tribes and put them in slavery. Then that's why the Bible says, you get spread or something, and you end up on the slave ships and all this sort of stuff, right? So these Hebrew Israelites, these black Hebrew Israelites, they're all basing this stuff on that, right? Oh, that was us, all that sort of crap. But if you go look at naked archaeologist, or the guy on that, I think he's I don't know what he is. Maybe he's a Jew, Dutch or something. I can't remember. No, maybe yes, some European anyway. What's his name? Simcha Jobovich. Search for the Lost Tribes of Israel. That video. He actually goes through that documentary. Right? He travels all over to find the 10 lost tribes of Israel, right? And he comes upon let's say some Ethiopians, I guess, because like they converted to Judaism, right? Possibly, well, the Bible says that, like Philip, I think it is. He ministered to a Ethiopian chariot driver, a eunuch, right? And he converted, but I think the Ethiopians converted some other time, for some other reason. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not too sure on history. I can't really think of it at the moment. It's in my head, but I just go and find it. But anyway, they converted, right? So I don't know. A couple of years ago, or whatever, they were given, on this documentary, they were given immigration status, the right to immigrate to Israel. Okay, right? So you see them going back there, right? These Ethiopians, or these black people, right? Being welcomed in. But this Hebrew Israelite Captain Tazariak, right? Who usually wears a couch, his mother's couch cover and a door knocker with a big line here, right? Goes up against Shakar, most and polite and all that. He was on Sarnia TV. He actually went to Israel and he said, he was talking to our brother, obviously another black guy that was here, right? And he said that black people had been there since AD 70. That's when the Romans attacked it, right? And so forth, so forth. But they were sectioned off in an area like a prison. They were segregated, right? Not allowed to be part of the Jewish crowd, supposedly, right? Some Jew out there might say, oh, no, well, go have a look at that Captain Tazariak, Hebrew Israelite, or SUPK, whatever he is, and Sarnia TV. It's called When Two Worlds Collide. Yeah, I think it's part 1, and he actually says that on in the first few minutes of it, right? Yeah, so he says that there's racist, just as racist or more as KKK in America. Yeah. So anyway, this guy's trying to say this crap about Amos 9:7 saying something, and then Deuteronomy 28. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I think it was like 6, 7, 8 or something. I don't know, because he put 6, 7, and it was 68. I don't know. I just couldn't understand it really. It was 6 or 7, and it's 68. So, no 68 there. So he must have meant 6, 7, 6, 8, whatever. But it had nothing to do with what he was trying to push, right? And then he gave me this other verse, and he's trying to push what it says, and another verse is like, it doesn't say that, man. You know? Oh, Moses married an Ethiopian. Yeah, he did. But first, when he killed the Egyptian overseer, apparently, and then he ran away into the desert region, he came across these people, these Midians, right? And I think he saved a woman from these other guys at this well, or helped her, or whatever he did, right? So she took him back to their tents or whatever, their area, right? And introduced him to her father, who was a Midianite. Okay. So he ends up marrying her, this Midian, right? Had a son to her, and then there was like he had to get his son circumcised, right? But she refused it. She said, "What the hell?" and wouldn't do it. So apparently she smeared blood all over Moses' feet. You know, go look at the verse to verify that. So yeah, there's a couple of other ones where they say, oh, well, then supposedly he married a Cushite or an Ethiopian, but then they poo-poo it, say, oh, nah, it's all rubbish. But apparently he married one, right? An Ethiopian. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zipporah was the Midianite, and then he married this other one, a Cushite or Ethiopian, right? Yeah, I sort of like was also looking at Abraham, right? He came out of Chaldea, Ur of Chaldea, Mesopotamia. Okay, that's what the Bible says. That's where he came from. He shifted region with his father and uncle and his then sister wife, Sarai, right? They just moved to a different area of Mesopotamia, right? Yeah. So yeah, he's a Chaldean, right? They're all Chaldeans. So okay, so then he has children. Who did he have? He had Isaac and Ishmael, right? According to the Bible, Sarai, maybe her name was changed to Sarah because she was one that laughed when these two angels or whatever said she's going to have a baby. And she said, oh, I can't, my wombs will sealed up. So that's why they changed her name from Sarai to Sarah, because she, in Hebrew, she mocked, she laughed, right? So she really wanted a son, an heir, H-E-I-R, right? To take over the tribe when they're dead, head of the tribe, and the descendants that followed. But she couldn't get pregnant, so she suggested to Abraham sleep with the bondswoman Hagar, the Egyptian. Okay, because what they'd done, I thought I had this wrong before. What they'd done is they'd gone to Egypt, and then supposedly Sarah was so beautiful that the king Pharaoh couldn't take his eyes off her. Or, these people reported that she was so beautiful looking, right? So he tried to take her as his wife, but then he had a dream or something that she belonged to another man or something, and he yelled at her, wait and tell me, blah blah blah. And then they got rich off it. Abraham, went out and got rich. That's the first incident of it, right? And apparently they went back, and some other, well, I don't know if it was, I'm sure it was Egypt. They went there, and this guy fell in love with him, wanted to beat her, right? The Pharaoh. And he has a dream or something. God warns him, don't sleep with her because she belongs to another man, or whatever. Because Abraham lied and said, he lied. So what it says, he lied because there's an affair, right? For her and him, or for him and her, right? And he says that's his sister. Okay, according to the Bible, it was his sister. You know, like I guess that was his uncle's daughter. So what does it make him? Okay, Tiran is it? Tira? Yeah, something like that. Who died before they got out of that land of Chaldea. He died, right? So that was his uncle, because it was his father's brother. That's what it says in the book. Yeah, so yeah, he went with his. It's either his. Yes, his niece, isn't it? I'm pretty sure of that. What was it? Genesis or something like that? Okay, we'll have a look here. Okay. So don't put you wrong. So you go, oh no, you're talking rubbish. It's not what it says. You can't read. These people do in the comments. Where was it? Abraham? Was he after Noah? Must be. Okay. Sure, after Noah. Must be after Noah. Okay. Okay. What's Terah? Okay, here we go. Genesis 11:23, I think that says. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Yeah. 24, 22, 20. Genesis 11:22-26. It goes on about Sarug. 24. When Nahor had lived 29 years, he became the father of Terah. And after he became the father of Terah, Nahor lived 119 years and had other sons and daughters. Okay. He didn't say anything about Abraham being the son of Nahor. See if I can see it here. Yeah, it's got this way up the top in verse 14. It's got Eber, and it's supposed to be the ancestor of the Hebrews. Yeah, if you're going to find that word, the name. Yeah, he's the forefather of the Hebrews. Okay, something like that. Abraham's not a Hebrew. He's from the Ur of Chaldea, so he's a Mesopotamian. Later on, a Jew. Right? Okay, when they used the first letters of their title, Yehuda, right? Or Judah, yeah, they called themselves Jews. Okay, after Terah had lived 70 years, he became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Okay, so Nahor had lived 29 years. He became the father of Terah. So obviously that's the son, right? Yeah. Nahor lived 119 years and had other sons and daughters. After Terah had lived 70 years, he became the father of Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Terah was Abraham's father. Oh my gosh, this is kind of confusing because it's sort of backwards. Okay, so Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. Terah was their father. Okay, this is the account of Terah. Terah became the father of Abraham, Nahor, and Haran became the father of Lot. While his father Terah was still alive, Haran died in Ur of the Chaldeans. Okay, so that one of his sons died in the land of his birth. Abram and Nahor both married. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah. She was the daughter of Haran, the father of both Milcah and Ishka. How did this Sarah come from? The Sarai come from? Yeah, I read that she was his sister or something like that, but I don't know whether they would steal that one out. But yeah, okay. Now Sarai was barren, she had no children. Terah took his son Abram, his grandson Lot, son of Haran, his daughter-in-law Sarai, wife of his son Abram. Together they set out from Ur of the Chaldeans to go to Canaan. See, they moved out of there and went to Canaan, right? Yeah, he tried to tell me that, this guy tried to tell me that he was a Canaanite. It's like, no, if you read your frickin' Bible properly, he was from the Ur of Chaldea, Mesopotamia. And then he moved to the land of Canaan. Okay. But when they came to Haran, they settled there. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And Terah died in Haran. That's probably that place named after his son. Or that guy, whatever. Okay. So anyway, she's barren, her womb's all closed up, she wants a child, these two angels or whatever came, or maybe three, and ate with them, whatever, and said, to his wife, Sarai, you're going to have a child. She laughed, she said, her womb's all closed up, whatever. So they changed their name to Sarah, one who laughed, one who mocked, right? So get to the part, meat and potatoes where she had a kid. First child, right? Okay, because God makes a covenant with Abram. 15, right? Genesis 15. After this, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision. Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward. Or shield, your reward will be very great. Okay, and this in the footnotes. But Abram said, oh, sovereign Lord, what can you give me since I remain childless and the one who will inherit? The meaning of the Hebrew for this phrase is uncertain. Okay, you know, would inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus. But Abraham said, O sovereign Lord, what can you give me since I remain childless, and one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus? Okay. And Abraham said, you have given me no children, so a servant in my household will be my heir. Then the word of the Lord came to him, this man will not be your heir, but a son coming from your own body will be your heir. He took him outside and said, look up at the heavens and count the stars, blah 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 blah, so shall be your offspring. The Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land, the land of Canaan, right? And it goes on and on like that. And it goes on, and it gets to the part where chapter 16. Now Sarai, verse 1. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian maidservant named Hagar. So she said to Abram, the Lord has kept me from having children. Go sleep with my maidservant. Perhaps I can build a family through her. So Abram agreed to what Sarah said. So after Abram had been living in Canaan 10 years, Sarai, his wife, took her Egyptian maidservant Hagar and gave her to her husband to be his wife. To be his wife, right? Because once they united, got together, I guess he had to marry her. I don't know. He slept with Hagar and she conceived. When she knew she was pregnant, she began to despise her mistress. Got a bit mouthy, eh? Then Sarai said to Abraham, you are responsible for the wrong I am suffering. I put my... Oh, okay, she's getting cracked. So she's confronting her husband. And now that she knows she is pregnant, she despises me. Yeah, look at me, I'm pregnant, you're not. Ha ha ha. Biatch. Like that, you know. May your Lord God judge between you and me, and blah blah blah. Whatever, right? Okay, so she was an Egyptian. And then she suggests Sarai to just get rid of her. Your servant is in your hands. Abraham said, do with her whatever you think best. Then Sarai mistreated Hagar, so she fled from her. The angel of the Lord found Hagar near a spring in the desert. It was a spring that is beside the road to Shur, and said, Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going? Running away from my mistress and my mistress Sarai, she answered. Then the angel of the Lord told her, go back to your mistress and submit to her. The angel said, I will so increase your descendants that they will be too numerous to count. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay. The angel of the Lord also said to her, you are now with child, and you will have a son, and you shall name him Ishmael. Right? And down here in the footnotes, it's got Ishmael means God hears. Okay. For the Lord has heard of your misery. He will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him, and he will live in hostility toward all his brothers. And the footnote here says, if, or live to the east of. She gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. You are the God who sees me. For she said, I have now seen the one who sees me. I've seen the back. Seen the back. Okay, she's seen the back of him. Maybe like Ezekiel, or whoever that prophet was, or that person was. Was it Ezekiel or Jeremiah? I can't remember. One of those two where they only saw the back of God, you know, the shadow went past and all that sort of stuff. And they never actually saw God's face, he just saw the back of it. His back or something like that. Okay, I have now seen the one who sees me. That is why the well was called Beer Lahai Roi. Beer Lahai Roi means well of the living one who sees me. Well of God. Okay, it is still there between Kadesh and Brat. So Hagar bore Abraham a son, and Abraham gave the name Ishmael to the son she had born. Abraham was 86 years old when Hagar bore him Ishmael. Ooh, didn't need Viagra in those days. Okay. So she was an Egyptian. She was a maid servant of Sarai, right? And then she has God tells me they're going to have a son or another one. And the covenant, you know, my covenant in your flesh is to be an everlasting covenant. Yeah, and along comes circumcision by his command, right? Okay. So yeah, my covenant I will establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to you by this time next year. Okay, so yeah, they weren't Ishmaelites weren't included in the covenant, right? Even though what's his name? Isaac was a younger, right? So here's the difference. Ishmael is a half-breed of a Chaldean, not a Hebrew, of a Chaldean and an Egyptian woman, right? Isaac is totally Chaldean. He's not Hebrew. He's not an Ishmaelite, right? He's a Chaldean. They're from the seed of a Chaldean, right? Between two Chaldeans, mother and father, right? The other one was Ishmaelite, where he stepped with his other wife, right? Hagar the Egyptian. Okay, so there you go. I presented that, right? And the guy, this guy is just basically pumping out these rubbish translations of the scriptures, right? So I told him, you're talking about rubbish, you're mistranslating it, you're twisting it. Stop doing that, give the correct one, right? Because you're false, right? And explain to them like, well, basically he's in this cult. That's what they are. They're a cult. Okay, because they sit on the street, preach loud in America. Watch their videos. The white people go past, and they've got a history. Black people had history, making out that they're the black Jews, the lost tribe, one of the lost tribes or whatever they're talking about, right? Okay, they're the original Jews. They're all dressed up like Arabs, and they're abusing people, white people. Oh, what are you looking at, cracker? You faggot. Incest child, made a Jew boy cry and all this stuff, alright? All this sort of crap. These young guys are like, get a bit rowdy there, a bit raunchy, and he's like, step back, man, don't touch me, or punch your teeth out. All that sort of crap, whereas the guy David from Christ Forgiveness Church up in Toronto, Canada, is surrounded by LGBTs and people hassling him and they're trying to punch him and all that sort of stuff. And he just says, hey, somebody, call the cops, I've been assaulted. Or he tells the people, look, step back, you're in my space. Don't threaten me, don't touch me, all that sort of stuff. See that difference? I mean, he made a couple of mistakes like that. Well, he was using the Bible, wasn't he? And he said to this young lady, well, basically, you're a whore. Because he had sex outside of marriage and all that sort of stuff. And that's what the Bible says, right? I wouldn't have said that. I would have put like, you're promiscuous, or, something, you got to be really, really careful with your words. And this chick was on him, right? And then they all started on him. This little girl, she's probably about 16 with her. She's just been an egg. So he's trying to hit me for all this crap, right? He asked me, I'm reading all King James Version. Please tell me the scripture that I'm misquoting. So I did. Okay, I used NIV or whatever. But I could have told him, this is what it says in your KJV. You're mistranslating it, and all that sort of stuff, right? So it goes on and on like that. And then, I didn't see this one. Clever sausage, your people have never had hair. Like, whoa, how does he know? He doesn't even know who my people are, right? Okay, let's have a look at Mary's. We've got one over Mary here. Okay. He's one of Mary here, right? We had like, in a sense, woolly hair, but not their kind of hair, right? Their kind of hair is nappy, right? This black guy from Africa on the San Nita video, he was really good, knew what he was talking about, and he says, like the universe, everything's like twisted and all that sort of stuff, there's nothing straight, right? But there's only two kind of people in the world. People with kinky hair, right? That curly tight hair, like the Africans and that have, and then the European with their straight hair, right? Pretty much, right? Yeah, so what this guy there is trying to say to me is that, my people, he doesn't even know who my people are, right? He's trying to say I'm a white man because I'm not, I'm a Gentile because I'm not part of this Hebrew, Israelite game, right? Cult, right? Please wake up. Your people have never had hair. Like, whoa, Yeshua has never said stealing a land, rape, murder, genocide. Okay, what the hell is this guy talking about? To be his way, right? So he's like trying to class me as a European or whatever that raped, stole land and murdered people. It's like, how do you do that when you don't even know the person? You haven't met them and all that sort of crap, right? Okay, and then he start because I exposed his crap. Okay, because I was exposing him pretty hard outright. Okay, he says, sister. Is it anywhere there that I said I was a sister? Okay, this is a picture of a dude. Does that look like a female? Anyone? Yeah? That guy's an idiot. Okay, I'll show you this picture here. At the end here of my channel one, right? Yeah, you can't listen to it, but yeah. Subscribe, right? Now, is that a female? Is that a female? This guy's nuts. That's what religion does to you. It makes you nuts, right? If you don't have your faculties, keep in reality, it's going to make you a nut. No way. Can you see breasts? Can you see like whatever? No, it's a male. It's a geek, but it's a male. So this guy's trying to insult me by calling me a sister because I'm not joining his Hebrew Israelites, or whatever they call it, right? Hebrew Israelites. Sorry, Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, I'm not joining it. And he says, what makes you think he was white? Right? Because he says he looked aged, like hair like wool and white as snow. It's like, well, he changed it from he had black hair, black skin, black feet, whatever, and now he's got wool as white as snow. Hair like wool and white as snow, right? Meaning he's an older person with aged hair. It's a lot of rubbish. Yeah, Egypt is in Africa. Yeah, that's pretty obvious, right? So what's that got to do with it? So how do you think Yeshua was white? It didn't say he was white. No, it didn't say. See, this I put here. Look, Jesus wasn't white or black. That's the title of the video. So this guy obviously can't read, right? He's not very good at reading. Okay. He needs to go do English composition stuff like that, right? And I told him I didn't say he was white or black, as in the video here, right? But I understand that hot sun, being hot sun all day, all your life, can make you brown. Okay. So this guy starts getting all mouthy, calling me a sister, right? And I said, look, mate, I'm not a sister, okay? And my people, like New Zealand Maori, right? Coming from New Zealand, indigenous people. And if you go and read a book by Gerald Massey called Book of the Beginnings Part 2, it tells you, well, it's basically he's looked at the ancient Egyptian language, or the ancient Kemet language from Kemet, right? And he's compared it with the Maori, right? Okay? And it's the closest to the Egyptian, like you got Ra for the sun, or the sun god in Maori, right? Okay, and then you got in the Egyptian Ra, the sun, or the sun god, or the sun god deity, whatever, right? And you got other words that are very, very similar in spelling, right? And meaning. Yeah, it's like page 535 of a Book of Beginnings Part 2. You can get it. You can go have a look at it. I've got a video on it. It's called Africans, More African Than Africans. And it goes into detail about their work, right? Yeah. So he goes, I still think you're a sister anyway. You know, what a dick. You know, that's what's wrong with your brain? You know, why do they do that sort of crap? You know, because I exposed them. See, I still see you as a sister. So she says, oh, okay, I now see you as a circus clown, right? So here you go, Mr. Circus Clown. Here's your reward, a balloon. And then I muted him. That was a balloon, right? And then I removed most of his posts here, right? So that's why I can't. Yeah, they're not there because I removed his post because he was just being insulting. I mean, like, if you're a holy roller, Jesus loving, whatever you are, Christian or whatever, right? Or Muhammad loving Islam, right? You don't say that crap to people. You don't insult people. Like, look at the Jews. I've got this. I'll get rid of all this. I think I've opened it. Bookmark here. Actually, I don't think it is that one. Okay. So I got this other one about these Jews. I'm not too sure if this is it. All this stuff here about the Jews, right? And then they actually talk about the wording, words. The tongue's, you know, pretty powerful. It can hurt. Words can hurt and all this sort of stuff. You know, and says you don't talk to people like that. You know, because it can do massive injuries. You know, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. Right? My speakers are starting to play up. Got it connected to a big ass speaker thing I found down the road. I haven't got the right cord to put it into the computer. And it goes, and yeah, but that's what they're saying, right? Okay, can't we go back? I suppose. Well, you could, I suppose. Table of contents. Have a look there. Okay. Human nature. The hell? Yeah, and it says, you know, like, Torah or whatever says, you don't talk to people like this and don't talk to people like that. Yeah, it's and all this other stuff, and it's really, really good. Okay, that's at mekon/memory.org, memory.org. Okay, right. Have a read of it. It's really good. Could help you out, because you got to have that when you're born again, right? In the ancient Aramaic, it's born from the head, or born again, right? So you have to have you have to have a renewed mindset. You have to throw away the old man, the old beastly man, right? That you were before you became Christian. Put that aside, and then take on the new man, right? Filled with the Holy Spirit, powered by the Holy Spirit, taught by the Holy Spirit, led by the Holy Spirit, whatever. Yeah, completely different mindset. Christ-like, right? And be holy and pure and whatever like him, right? And listen to his teachings and do what he did. But not let's say it's imitate, but I mean, don't be an imitator like you got an Elvis imitator or some celebrity, Bruce Lee imitator. It's not like that. It's more like be like him. Do what he did. Right? Be as he was. Okay. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, because I exposed them. Right? I told him like, why? Because after he gave me all this crap, this rubbish, I says, look, this is why I've got my channel on Couch Kumara, right? Another YouTube channel, right? Because I'm so sick of the crap, the hype, the fluff, the BS that people are putting across, and then I expose them for I'm trying to educate and re-educate and teach them, right? Come on, man, it's not what your Bible says, it's not what your Jesus says, it's not what your Muhammad says, right? According to your book. Okay, and have a nice conversation about it, and I might learn something from them, because that's the way I learn. But what I experience and what I'm learning is that all these religious people are circus clowns. That's exactly what they are. They're circus clowns, big red nose and floppy shoes. Because once you say to them, brother, you're wrong there. They get all snooty, because you touch on their belief system. You hit a raw nerve, and they don't like that. It's just human nature. Something they love so dearly that they defend it to the death, right? Because that's what they've been programmed to do, right? By the churches, or whatever. Right? They won't stop and think for themselves. And when you question it, they're like, make up all this crap. They start making assumptions, telling lies about you as if you had an intimate relationship, and all this stuff. It's like, dude, why are you insulting me, calling me a sister? Shall I call you a transgender sissy? You wouldn't like that, would you? You'd get all mad. Why are you talking to me like that? If I just lost it and says you're a faggot, you're a homo, whatever, whatever, you're like a cow poop, whatever, you're this and that, he'd be really, really upset. And then he'd go tell you, he was nasty, because I've experienced that here. Like, some people came at 2 a.m. in the morning and said, what the hell, think, extra wording. What the hell are you doing here at 2 a.m. in the morning? Go home to your mummy and daddy and come back tomorrow, at a decent time. So this silly girl goes to her parents and says, he's a nasty man, he's mean, because I told them off. Logic and common sense, respect, use a brain, have a brain, use a brain, stop and think, it's 2 in the morning, I think I'll wait till tomorrow, then I'll go knock on the door. Not come around at 2 in the morning and go, where's she? At the door. And you get yelled at, so you go home and you tell your mummy or your daddy, he's mean, he hurty-worty me, by telling me, what the hell you doing here at 2 in the morning? It's just stupid. Anyway, I don't want to go down the drain of depression. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy and smiley, So I said to him as well, because he's saying, you're all upset and you're angry. I said, no, I'm driven and passionate, right? And that's why I always put, he started calling me sister there, and he's trying to rub it in, because I exposed them, right? Right? Yeah, that's why, because I exposed them. and got all upset. I've really clicked on to how people think and react. I'm as cool as a cabbage because I learned that from experience, right? From dealing with these clowns, these circus clowns, right? So I said to him, I'm not angry or anything. I'm like a lettuce or a cauliflower in a chilly wind. Cool as that, right? As chill as that. And that's why I have these smiley faces as well, right? Because I'm actually laughing at you. I'm actually laughing at you, your silliness, right? That's why I put the the old colon in the, like this. Yeah, like that, right? That's why I put that. Because I'm laughing at you. I'm smiling with you and laughing at you. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you come up with all this crap. Oh yeah, Jesus wasn't a Jew, he was a Somalian. Oh, it's like, what the hell's that crap, Or whatever, whatever they dream up, right? So that's what I put here, look. Okay, it's just a real juicy news, right? It will blow you out of your socks if you are Christian or semi-religious. Because it will, because this guy's telling you he wasn't black or white. Okay, well, yeah, he wasn't white or black. Yeah, basically. Okay? This is coming from me, right? It might even make you feel really hurty-worty, Go cry to your mummy, oh, he said this. Go cry to your churchies, oh, he said this. And then try to do a tag team. Okay, yeah, okay, so I believe in honesty. Honesty is my best policy, and I strive to live by that. Yeah? So it's time for the other churches to put up their sagging socks and get the 1000% right with God or Jesus or whatever, right? Stop the fluff, the hype, the lies, the greed, and get 1000% right with Jesus. Here's a link to my website that I created, right, which is based around all of that. What I'm doing, see? This is what Jesus supposedly really looked like. You be the judge. Know the real truth, and the real truth will set you free. Okay? And what will bring you? See? Honesty is our best policy. Therefore, we swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But don't forget, we're human. We make mistakes. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Yeah, that's what makes us human. So kindly tell us, well, you made a mistake there, mate. Can you rectify it? Yeah, okay, sorry about that. There you go, give them an apology, and we try to fix it. There you go. We're not like, oh, and get all sad, I want to, set the dogs on you. Get all hurty-worty. Okay, and here it is in Syriac font. Okay, from the original manuscripts, like Kilbora's Codex and whatever. Looks very much like a book, doesn't it? Like a book you can buy today, one of those old books on the library bookshelf, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Denominations are stumbling blocks, teaching doctrines based on their own understanding instead of allowing Scripture to speak for itself. As people draw near to me with their mouth and respect me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, but in vain do they wish me. Yeah, I know, I'm guilty. I'm just guilty as that person or those people, right? But I'm getting to the stage where it's like I'm getting sick of all this hype, fluff, and BS, right? From me, from myself first, and from everybody else. It's all this kind of crap coming. Okay, say if you're a religious person, it's coming from other religious people. It's going to push you to atheism, man. You're just going to give up, and go, F it, F it all, right? And go atheist. Then you're going to go to hell and all that stuff, because these clowns pushed you to that point where you just said, I've had enough of it, and went atheist. Sorry, God, but I had to, like, just one of those things. Or you're off to hell to burn, Yeah, you can't win with these clowns, right? That's why I got out of these denominations, these religious organisations, because that's how they were treating me. That's how I've got no problem with them. A lot of them will say, I've got an attitude because blah blah. Nah, you gave me that attitude, right? By presenting me and trying to sell me, tell me and sell me your bullcrap, right? And I did my homework, my research, and found that, you know, through the ancient original manuscripts translated in English or whatever, that they're pulling the wool out over our eyes. That's what they're doing, you know. Okay, I'm going to go have a coffee and probably watch a cool movie. I just finished watching. Before that, I was watching. What the hell was it called? So this Christian guy here. This guy here. I don't know what his name is. He likes dressing up as ladies. Probably got good movies, but every time I see him, he's doing like, you know, different roles, and he's always a lady. Worry about that guy, you know, being a churchy guy, whatever his name is. What the hell did I watch? It was really, really good. Oh, yeah, Penance Lane. Yeah, that was real good. Yeah, that was really good. Guy trying to get the, you know, his mate's done a robbery, $3 million hidden in the attic, basement, and trying to get hold of it. And, you know, all the crap he had to go through. What's that guy's name? John Schneider of There's a good old boys never mean how. What's that? Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, yeah, that guy, blonde guy. Yeah, he's supposed to be a preacher and all that sort of crap, but he's harvesting organs. That was really good. And then what's this other one after that? It was really cool, and I forgot what the hell it was. I was thinking of watching that. It comes at night. Yeah, it comes at night. Looks pretty good. I can't remember what this other one was, but it's supposed to be like World War II. Oh, I watched Death Note, yes, Notebook or something. Death Note, yeah, that was pretty good. With Willem Dafoe, damn good actor. Yeah, I can't remember which one I watched. I know I watched that one and then that one, so not really sure what I watched. This other one was supposed to be like after a nuclear war. This guy's just basically surviving, and he takes in people and they do the dirty on him, you know, and then he helps them out, and they do the dirty on him again. He helps them out, and then yeah, that's pretty good. Can't name the damn thing. Yeah. Okay. So if you like that rant, this rather long video, subscribe to my channel. Give us a couple of thumbs up. Yeah, tap that geek over there with the glasses, thumbs up. Tap that sucker, and subscribe to my channel, right? And give us your comments and reviews down below, and a thumbs up. Be much appreciated. And I'll bring you some more interesting topics. Okay. Be nice to people on YouTube, and don't troll them and give them nasty comments and call them an idiot and a circus clown and dickhead, and, you know, all that sort of stuff. We don't put up with that crap. Okay. Don't be a victim to no one. Goodbye.